Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Once again, it's Within Wednesday. Me, Wingish, Ni May, Jackie Quay, Sweet Grass, Mana, Medicine Woman. Friendly, freaky ass medicine woman. Christianna, Superstar. All this beautiful divine being right here. Welcome, once again. You beautiful divine beings right here. Well, I'm saying once again, maybe you didn't watch the little talk video I just did. Well, I haven't uploaded either of them yet. Spirit is here. Be grateful always. 11, 1, so once. Oh, yep, help me get through. I feel your strength. Thank you, thank you. We're in this together. We're in this together, beautiful people. So let's get on with our Within Wednesdays. Get us some guidance for today. Or any day, life lessons. This isn't to tell us the future or anything like that. Help us maybe to look at some things going on in our lives in a different way, a new perspective, a way to begin within, looking inside at our own lessons. So calling back all of our energies from the east, path of illumination and clarity, place of fire, place of man. Calling back all of our energies from the south. That's the childhood, the innocence, the waters, the emotions. Calling back all of our energies from the west. That's the earth, the physical, the woman, place of introspection. Calling back all of our energies from the north. That's the air, the mental, the wisdom years. We walk our red road. We're learning our self-expression. We're trying on different phases, new ways of being, right? Going to our tickle trunks and, trying out what do we want to be. We're playing house, we're playing store, we're playing whatever. Finding out who we are. Sometimes we think that we're extensions of our parents until we learn, no, we're little beings and we can say no, right? And we can give away. We can, once we get up into these wisdom years, south to north, childhood into that adulthood, into those wisdom years where we release, we can give away these beliefs, give away what we thought we were, right? Right? Because some say maybe it's learning who we are. Maybe it's just releasing all that we're not and returning to who we really are. Pure, innocent babies here. Each and every one of us, no exceptions, as us human beings. We're the babies here. We're the babies of creation. Look at that. East to west is the blue road of spirit. That's the law. And that's the laws that govern everything. This is the spiritual laws. This is the laws of the universe. This isn't man-made laws. So, like what goes around comes around, right? The sun sets, the sun rises. These are the spiritual laws. Every action has an equal and equivalent reaction. Whatever that is, right? Choice has consequence. We need to see those laws and look at that, because we've been going by man's laws for too long, and we've let go of those universal laws, those laws of the truth, right? That we're all one, we're all connected, we're all going in the same dang direction on this earth. That's right. The earth is only going in one way. It doesn't spin this way and that way, up that way, over there. And, it stays. It's always on course. So we're always on track. We're always going in the right direction. That's the law of the universe. Another one, right? Man cannot destroy what God has created. We might think that we can. We'll be wiped out before that can happen. Right? We should know our place, right? See where that loyalty is, right? East to west is the blue road of spirit. Where is that loyalty? Is it to your source, or is it to humanity? Is it to love, or is it to fear? We need to look at that in ourselves, and we need to open up to that spirit. And if we're going to not think for ourselves, then hey, let spirit, the source, do the thinking for us then. Right? Let's be loyal to that. If I'm going to follow something blindly, source, let me follow you blindly, because I know, huh? You're going to take care of everything. Above, below, and within. Right? Trust in that. What do you trust in? What are you loyal to? What do you let guide you? Is it guiding, or do you follow, right? Is it I'm walking side by each with somebody, or I'm walking completely on my... Sometimes we need to go on their own. Sometimes we need to be carried a little bit. Right? You got an injury, and I love that footprints thing. All ye who is laden with heavy burdens, come to me and I shall give you rest. Oh my goodness, I read that quote, that Bible verse one time. Oh. and I love Jesus my whole life, let me tell you. Went to church with the girlfriend. That's when I became a bad influence. I went to school dances and stuff. See, like, I've been like a goody two-shoes to some, but then I'm like bad influence to others. It's all in the way other people view you, right? That's why I have to connect with Source and go, really? Okay, this one said that or whatever. Are you happy with me? As long as you're happy with me, that's okay. Because you could do more damage to me than anybody else here. Maybe. I don't know. Or you know what? We're kind of a self-destructive type of people. So, really, there ain't nobody who can do as much damage to us as we can do to ourselves. So look at that. Let's not project. We do the damage to ourselves. Sometimes we don't have to be inflicting it on anybody else, right? Just them watching. Yeah. I'm trying to call in my directions here and got all mixed up on which way I do that. Thank you. So, we don't know how things are going to go. Follow that guidance. Sometimes only one step lights up at a time. That's where we need to take that leap of faith. Trusting in our divine, whatever that is you call it, that higher power. It's just that believing in something, or you'll fall for anything. What is that? What is that? Love and lessons. We're really working on today. We're coming up from the wisdom section up here, and one from the childhood. Okay, that sounds good. I like that I put it in a ring, because then we got it. It's all the directions in there, right? There's our wheel. Keeping in touch with that inner child, seeing us all as innocent. Right? We're all making it up as we go along. What is that? Right? Those innocents. See those inner child. Some people think it's the more stuff that I got that I'm going to be happy. I want more. Some people are still. And we attribute that to children, but I think children can show a lot more maturity than these children in adult bodies. Children in adult bodies are a lot more immature than actual children, because are they immature when they're acting their own age, when they are 7 and they're acting 7? Is that immature? Is that childish? No, it is when an adult is acting that way. So look at that innocence and that pureness of that inner child in you, and what that child went through, because you are not responsible for what happened to your little. As we get older, we are 100% responsible to heal that. Because sometimes we're not going to get any apologies. In some cases, right, there's people have already made that transition to the blue road. I mean, in those ways, we can still go in our minds and do that, because our brains will believe it. We can still have closure in that way. But let's see that. Let's see those. Maybe that's a tough one. Looking at those that have inflicted pain on us, looking at our abusers as innocent. And it's really hard when somebody's inflicted pain on you. But where did that come from? Why did they feel they need to do that to somebody else? In some way, they're trying to take their power back too. And this world has gotten so, right? We teach our children it's power over instead of that empower, right? It doesn't feel good to hurt somebody. It doesn't feel good to lie and get your things. We need to teach them those honest ways that Spirit is with us. That's when we're closest to Spirit. Our children are closest to Spirit. And what do we teach them? That these are little evil beings? That they're born evil? That they're there for our pleasure? That they're there to make up for whatever we didn't do in our lives or what we felt that we lost? Let's look at that. Because Spirit sees us all. We are all Spirit's children. Spirit sees us all as innocent. Getting all tied up in our own minds, not connecting with that source. It's there. It's flying. Right? Like rabbit, we can call it into that hungry lunch where we can say, Spirit, I need help. So we can call that support in. But if we don't, or if we're too afraid, how many kids won't go to their parents because they're afraid? I had that. My parents backed that up. If you're out at a party and you're too drunk, you can call us. Okay? And you won't get in trouble. Or when they say, you tell us the truth, you're not going to get us. They back that up. So children can be afraid to come to their parents, to their source. Hey, this is our Father, Sky, and Mother Earth, whatever. Because we get ashamed of ourselves. Because we feel there's something wrong with us. Because we followed that wrong path. We feel that our parents are going to be so mad at us. They're going to kill us. Oh, they're going to kill me if I go and tell them I did this, whatever, right? So we keep that in. And then how does that help us? So let's see that innocence in ourselves. See ourselves and others as our source sees us, as innocent. We're babies. We're all Creator's children. Oh, every blade of grass, every human being, every grain of sand. And then we look within the reflection. Oh, yeah. Over here. Okay, they're sticking. They want to come right out together. Over here. Uh-huh. That's that celebration. And that sharing and that quickening, right? We're sharing our love. We're sharing our stories, our triumphs. Right? That's the powwow was all about, to come and celebrate. And it was the giveaways, the gifting. And not just, oh, we can't use this, bringing in the best of your, giving away your best. Not just, well, I'm done with this and blah, blah, blah. So I'm passing away my trash. Even though one man's trash is another man's treasure, right? It's that sharing, and we're sharing from all, sharing from that wholeness, right? So sometimes that little just needed somebody to talk to. So sharing our stories for our littles, being a voice for these littles, right? That probably got their voices shut down or whatever that was. That's what we need to celebrate, that you have a voice. Look at that. That would be 7 and 8. Celebrating that you feel. Celebrating those creative woman energies that we have here. This is the time to celebrate the women and the children. Because didn't the women and the children get the most easiest? Like, poor man. Man's life is ruined by women and children. Man. Every man was a child. Every man was birthed forth from a woman. Every man was in his mother's womb. Every man. Some quickly forget, right? We don't appreciate where we've come from. We deny parts of ourselves because that's the evil part. We don't like this, or somebody else said this was a bad part. Whatever that is. So let's celebrate and share that we have these feelings, emotions, that we can be playful and flirty and sensual and creative. Right? That we can be unlimited in our thinking. Look. 7, 8, 9. We are amazing, beautiful beings. Get in touch with that. Think about that innocence, that inner child, and that womanness. Those parts that a lot of the world says is the most evil and blah, blah, blah. So, jeez. Right, imagine that. And then you're a woman and a child. We need to stand up for those now. It's about time. Standing up for every woman and child. In your inner men's too, right? Standing up. Those men honoring their inner feminine and their inner child as well. That's where that true strength lies in men. It takes more courage to show your tears than it does to hide them. That's the true weakness. is not being able to feel your feelings fully. Why not? What is stopping you? And hey, if you're afraid to get caught in, well, that's where, right? You just you break a bone, you go into a doctor and get it set. So hey, right? Maybe there's something broken in your childhood. You need to go and get that set, reset. Get a reset. Get a reset on that. We can do it. And how do we do that? And through actions we can take. Reset into that innocence, into that woman. Innocence. Oh, I don't care how big you are. You got a little woman in it. That's the wisdom in that. Here we come out again. And didn't they come up together too? That's that wisdom. Gratitude. Wisdom, okay, comes from experience. You take that knowledge, you have an experience. That's where wisdom comes from. You don't get wisdom without experience. It's going through. It's overcoming. It's learning how to take those love and lessons and being grateful. Knowing that's the true wisdom. That it's spirit that works through us. We are not doing anything on our own. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We have to come together and sharing, right? It takes all these energies, both that creative and the implementing of it. You know, that childhood, that innocence that doesn't limit anything, because that the child has that unlimited vision. I'm going to be a dinosaur when I grow up, right? So when we limit ourselves, we need to accept all of that. That's the wisdom. That's the gratitude, to be grateful that we can be reborn again. Whether you believe in reincarnation or just in this lifetime, this one lifetime we've already lived. We lived a lifetime as an infant. That lifetime's done. We're not infants anymore. We've lived a lifetime in our childhood, right? That's the shortest part. That's the shortest lifetime in this lifetime we'll live, right? Oh, well, I guess infancy is, I don't know. So look at that we can be reborn. We can always go and reset ourselves in every moment, any moment, at any time. Things getting too worked up, we can go release, reset, reconnect. Let me get grounded, send my roots down deep, reach my branches up high, right? Let it all mix in here in a divine pie. What is that for you, beautiful beings? That's amazing. That's a really powerful reading there. We're going to split it down here, down at the innocence. And see. It's not going to spin. It's getting caught on things over here. That's all right. It's all good. I'm starting to get a little heavy. My neck is tight. That's right. That's the nurturing that little inside of you. Maybe that whatever that little didn't get, we need to give that to our littles now. It's not like, oh, I didn't get this when I was well, whatever you needed as a child, you're an adult now. Your responsibility now to give that to your little inside. Nobody else's. Don't go whining to mommy and daddy. It's your fault. You did this to me. You're an adult now. You're 100% responsible for nurturing your little inside, for nurturing that woman energy, nurturing that we all need, honoring all parts of ourselves, Not this is the evil part. This is the not so evil part. Whatever that is for you, it's time to honor that sacred space that is you. Honor that divine being that is you. Beautiful divine being your creator made, and release. Look at that. That's that reflection. Release those reflections that are untrue to you, right? That are not who you are, right? We're giving away. We're going to that power. We're giving away. We're releasing all that has held that back. We are nurturing our strength and who we really are, right? The new ways, the rebirth. We're being reborn. We're transmuting that shit and those poisons. And how's that going for us? Are you open to doing that? Are we still playing that victim, going, oh, woe is me, woe is me. All this shit just always happens to me. I have no luck, blah, blah, blah. What's the stories you're telling yourself? Release, give them away. Be grateful you got some stories to tell. Be grateful you have some experiences to turn into those wisdom. You turn that by being grateful. That's the wisdom, is gratitude. Being grateful for even the abuse. That's a hard one. I know. To be grateful for everything. This is how Spirit refines us. Especially if we're praying for strength. Oh my goodness. Well, then we get a series of stuff to make us stronger, right? So it doesn't kill you, makes you stronger. So I learned at the Anoctic Healing Lodge when the trauma and recovery program, don't pray for strength, pray for courage. Courage. Because we're strong enough. Woohoo! We are strong enough, right? Get in touch with that spirit, that little baby. That overall, that innocence, the peacemaker mediation, right? Interfacing the world, that's the taking command. Look at that. 2 spirit, like double spirit up there. So grateful. Mediation, the peacemaker, interfacing the world, okay? Are we in struggles and fighting, right? Is this going on like children, right? Or is somebody going to stand up and take command? The form and order, that's the emperor, taking command for the good of all, right? That's fighting. I mean, we don't need to do that, right? The peacemaker, interfacing the world. Mediation. Sometimes we need that. Sometimes we get so caught up we can't get out of our own minds. Look at that. That's a 4-5 on that one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Look at that. Look at these steps. We've got it. But we need to align, right? Taking command and aligning with Spirit. This is what we must do first. We need to get in touch with that little inside and align with Spirit. That purest part of us is that child. That's our source, right? That spark of life. When our mother and fathers come together and created us. I mean, to honor that. The human ones, the spirit ones, right? And interact with that. We, right? Our spirit, a reflection of our spirit, interacting with the world around us. So are we going to take that job seriously? That maybe we're here to do this work and help others. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do or say, but I'm just going to follow what's coming through and trust that they'll pick it up whenever they're ready to, whatever that is, because it's not about me. I'm the messenger. I'm not the one making the message or giving the message. I'm just delivering the message. The message is from me, it's through me. So what is that for you? Good on that women's side, that creative energy. Do we get in tune with that? Creative, expressing ourselves, or do we hold back in expressing ourselves? What is that for you? Honoring the powwow. Ow. That's hurting. There we go. Rebirth, the living spirit. Another major arcana is like Spirit is strong. Spirit is with us. And you see when you're down, you do that deep dive, you go within, Spirit is there with you. So if you need to go in to help with that, there's a rebirth over here, rebirth on this side. That's the sun. The sun will always rise again, but it needs to set. Are you letting it set on that old life? Right? Being open to that new dawn. What is that? The sun. This is the number 19 in the card. Early stage of adaptation. Adaptation. We're going to adapt the shit. Rebirth of the living spirit, right? Look at that. However you want to look at that, of the living spirit within you. The rebirth and the connection to your source inside of you. Knowing you're not just this physical being, you're also a spiritual being. You're not just a man or a woman. You're both. You're all of these energies combined. You're man, woman, and child all in one body, Just like everything. Because we are created in the likeness and image of our Creator. Right? So being reborn fully holy into you, that divine expression that you are, that only you can be of that Creator. Your flavor of the divine, What's your flavor? Right? Share that out. Nobody got your flavor. Only you do. Right? Taking command for all and sharing that. Interfacing your peace. Sharing your peace with the world. Not your torment. Not yours. That doesn't mean be shut up. We don't want to keep everything. We don't. That doesn't help. We don't keep that beach ball underneath the water. Right? We need to let that go. Look at that. Ah! Oh my goodness. Flips it right out, right? And the grandmothers. All major arcanas right here. Look, we had to have double up there because it's 4. There's balance in this as well. We have the sun. We have the moon. The sun and the moon, and we are all the stars. Let's shine bright, people. Intuition, the infinity within. The grandmothers, the Creator speaks to us through our dreams, through the animals, through music, through everything. And if we're in touch with our intuition, if we get in touch and in tune with our bodies, tapped in, tuned in, and turned on by our own bodies, seeing those signals and connections that Spirit gave us so that we can take command and we can be that peacemaker interfacing the world, because we know fighting isn't going to get us. We don't fight for peace. That's what, oxymoron? Is that what that is? I don't know. But it does sound kind of moronish, to think that you get peace by fighting. Like, how could we have fallen for that? Ha ha ha, let's laugh at ourselves there. See through that cultural illusion that says we have to fight for our peace. No, the ones that say we have to fight for our peace, no, we don't. They're fighting for our peace. They're fighting for power. They're fighting for a piece of power or to conquer the world. They're not doing it. Fighting does not bring peace. So let's tap into that, tune into that, and see how we have. Sometimes we're doing the opposite, and it keeps things from us. Right? We want to grab on. Well, you only lose what you cling to, right? Sometimes that letting go. Right? We don't remove our hand off that burner. It's going to cause more damage to stick to it than it is just to let it go. So, if we have to fight for it, maybe it's not meant for us. Right? That doesn't mean everything's going to come up. Blah, blah, blah. We do have to make effort, but effort doesn't mean hard. Okay? And some things, hey, we go with our beliefs, like, success is much sweeter when the challenges are more. Oh, right, no, grace and ease now, please. Grace and ease. We can learn just as much through joy as we can through suffering. It's our choice. It's our choice. When we're done suffering, we can stop suffering because we bring it on ourselves by the thoughts we think about it. And we can make anything true, right? So we look at that. We pass on that knowledge of what we've learned. We pass that on to the littles. No. And what have we passed on? Oh, we need to go to the grocery store. What do our kids? Do our kids even know where the food comes from? Have our kids even been to the farm? Do our kids know what the meat comes from? Whatever. Or do they think this is the grocery store? Are we raising our kids and not passing on that knowledge that is that essential knowledge? We don't know. Hey, things could be wiped out. We don't have those computers and they can't do the thoughts in their heads. What about writing? There's no cursive writing, but how are they going to learn about history when a lot of that is in that cursive writing? And we're not passing on that knowledge anymore? What are we passing on, right? Oh, just it's technology. The wave of the future. Wave. What happens to waves? Do waves last forever? It's a wave. And it'll come back, right? There'll be another wave. And it'll come back. So, if we're not passing on that knowledge, it's just going to get washed away, right? We're not passing it on. So every wave that comes in, washing away. Oh, and then we're not appreciating those days that went by. That's what we need to do. We need to appreciate those days gone by. What have we learned? Especially from all of this fighting. Are we going to continue to keep fighting when we see that time for it is done? Maybe there was a time to fight for that freedom. But the more we keep doing it, the more we're keeping ourselves in this disarray, the more we're keeping ourselves from passing on that knowledge, the more we're keeping ourselves from nurturing ourselves and each other. We need to give up the fight. Give up the fight. There's no need to fight. Stand in the light. Yes. Standing in the light is not fighting. We stand. We appreciate those days gone by. We know everything has made us stronger. We know it has grown us. Spirit has been refining us through it all. so that we can shine our lights, so that we know who we are. We can appreciate those days gone by that helped us to get more in touch with our intuition, more in touch with what we needed to do, more in touch with our mission, more in touch with our intuition, and more in touch with our mission, what we were designed to do here. We have a purpose. We're all meant to be here. Otherwise, that's right, you wouldn't be here. That's how you know you're meant to be here. Because you are here. And you're still here. After all you've been through, you are still here. That's it, right? You deserve it. Deserve it. Make sure, right? Never mind. You go look at yourself in the mirror and you tell yourself you're proud because, hey, you're the one you're with 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can't escape yourself. Might as well like yourself, eh? Or at least accept this is just, no. If you just accept this is the way I am, you might not take actions to change that. If it needs to be changed. Respect first. Respect first. Respect first. Do that rebirth. Connect with that spirit. Connect with that source. First, foremost, source. Your guidance comes from there. And be playful. Sometimes we think, oh, I can't do this because I don't have these things, so I can't go do this ceremony. I can't do that. I can't pray because I don't have this, right? Let's do it. You know, we're the ones that put that. God is open, unlimited. We limit ourselves. Stop limiting yourself. So get in touch with that inner child that's seeing everything is magical and the unlimited possibilities, that believed it could be a dinosaur when I grow up. Whatever, right? Spirit, 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 spirit. Spirit is strong here. So give away to spirit. Give it up to spirit and don't take it back. Release that need to control. I don't want to control my life, spirit. You control my life, right? I align my will with thy will. Whatever that is for you. Wow, I thought this one was going to be a quick one too. So I'm glad I stopped it and then went in. But this is really important. It is so important in this world that we stop that fighting. Appreciate those days gone by. There's enough example of that. It's about power within. Letting go of having power over. Letting go of that power and control. Power within. You've got it. I got it. All right. Beautiful beings. Keep on shining that light. Biggest heart hug ever. Yes. Thank you for being you. Shining your light through everything you do. Yes, this world needs you. Thank you. I love you.